In this video, you will learn to interpret visual information and explain how it contributes to a text. So you've heard of volcanoes, right? I think volcanoes are so cool. They erupt, they spew magma, and then it turns into hot lava. They're so fascinating. But have you ever thought about how volcanoes work? What works behind the scenes to make volcanoes erupt? Let's go behind the scenes with volcanoes using the app Encyclopedia Britannica Kids Volcanoes. Together, we'll practice using maps and diagrams provided in the text to help clarify the words that we're reading. This is a great app, so if you want to download it later on, I highly recommend it. Let's start reading about volcanoes by learning about continental drift. The plates have moved across Earth's surface for hundreds of millions of years. As the plates move, the continents on them move too. This movement is called continental drift. A map of the world shows that the continents of North America and South America fit together across the Atlantic Ocean with the continents of Europe and Africa. And it's not only the continents' outlines that match, the rocks of the coastlines on each side of the ocean match too. On the left, there's an image. While we look at the image, try to think about the purpose of the image. Why did the author include it? Now let's take a look at the whole diagram. I can see the dates on each map of the world. I see that the word on the bottom says Earth today, and one on the top says 225 million years ago. Quickly, I can tell that this diagram shows me 4 pictures of the Earth, from oldest to newest. We call this chronological order. Okay, let's take a look at the first picture in the series. Ah, look at that! All the continents do look like they fit together. Even though I read about it in the text, it's really helpful for me to be able to see this picture to understand what it means for South America, North America, Africa, and Asia to all be touching. Because this diagram also shows me 4 different pictures of the Earth at different periods of time, I can tell how the continents shifted over time. Here's a map from 135 million years ago. But it doesn't look that different from what Earth looks like today, right? Let's do a side-by-side comparison to look at the similarities and differences. Oh, whoops. I guess they are actually pretty different. It's a good thing I looked at both maps together. In the last 135 million years, I can see that these continents did move a lot. Why did the author include these 4 different images of what the world's plates looked like throughout the course of time? Authors usually insert images like this to clarify anything that could otherwise be confusing in the text. Since the author introduced this image in the continental drift section, it's probably meant to clarify the process of continental drift. In the text, concepts like plates and continents moving and plates fitting together and having outlines that match can be really confusing, and this diagram helps clarify both of those concepts. It shows plates moving over time and continents that used to fit together. Sadly, that's all we have time for today. I know we didn't learn much about volcanoes, but we learned a lot about continental drift. I hope you had fun interpreting visual information and explaining how it contributes to a text.